Hey guys, yesterday I hopped on here and we talked about New Year's resolutions, and I actually reframed that, and I called them, instead of resolutions or goals, I said I'm personally going to start calling it, and I challenged you to start calling it, a purposeful direction that you're going to go. Not so much a destination that's filled with, I checked off that box and I succeeded, or dang it, I didn't get to check that box off, so now I'm a loser. So I challenged myself and you to reframe that, redefine resolution or goal and start calling it a purposeful purposeful direction that you're going. Now, let me just take a step backwards. Hey Tammy, hey Dar, take a step backwards and say that when we're talking about business, it's very important to have SMART goals, specific, measurable, time-bound, realistic, achievable goals. So important. But when we're talking about things for ourselves, deep down, I think we need to ask ourselves even more questions, because we are so apt to think that we either failed or we succeeded. So let's reframe it and start saying that we're walking in 2018 and beyond, we're gonna walk in a purposeful direction and not so much trying to achieve a destination. Yesterday I said that when I find myself doing that, purposefully walking in a direction, I'm letting my soul breathe, and I'm extending grace for myself instead of just checking off boxes. You probably heard this before, but we are human beings, right? We're not human doings. So if we're not careful, we can really damage our soul by putting ourselves on this, I either made it or I didn't make it, whatever. So reframe it to having a purposeful direction that you are going. Now, yesterday I said I was going to hop back on here for the next couple of days and share with you some things that I've discovered about, hey John, about this resolution, this reframing resolution. So again, we often see these things as we check off. Let's not do that anymore. So let's have room for our soul to breathe and grace to be extended. So first thing that you need to do is to really choose a path that you want to go down in 2018. Now, I know that sounds kind of goofy, and I'm going to explain more, but choose a path first of all. And the question you need to ask yourself first, question number one, is who do you want to become in 2018? Or in the next 2 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 10 years? Who do you want to become? Uncover those dreams that you've been putting a lid on. Uncover those things that, hey Hannah, uncover the things that that maybe life just got in the way and you put them on the back burner. So these questions should not be answered in seconds. Hey Annette, these questions really dig for the answer. So what are some things that you have been dreaming about? Who do you want to become in 2018 and beyond? I'm gonna give you some examples. Is it a runner? Do you want to become a runner? Do you want to become a event planner? I've got friends who that's their dream. Do you want to become a baker? I've got friends that want to become bakers. It's so fun to listen to dreams. Do you want to become a writer? Annette says she wants to simplify and organize. Me too, Annette. So this video will be good for you, and tomorrow's video as well. But do you want to become a writer? Do you want to become a blogger? Do you want to rehab houses? I have a friend who that's what she wants to do. Do you want to become a makeup artist? A singer? An artist? Do you want to go on dates with your spouse consistently this year? like Annette, do you want to simplify and organize consistently this year? Do you want to go on individual dates with your kids consistently this year? Hey, Maggie, decide what path you want to go on, choose, and then ask yourself, who do you want to become? Okay, that's question number 1. Question number 2, why does becoming that person that you just picked, and remember, I don't want you to do it right away, but think about this, you can write these down. Why is it important for you to become that person? And why is it important for you to simplify and organize? Will doing that give you more time with those that you love? Why is it important for you to become an author and not just a writer? Why is it important to be published? Why is it important that you have date nights with your spouse this year? Is it because you saw your own parents not have date nights and you know it really affected them? Or conversely, you saw them have date nights and it worked for them. Same thing for having date nights with your kids. Is that something that you did not benefit from with your own parents? Or conversely, maybe that's something that your parents did with you and it made you into a person who felt worthy. Why do you want to become a runner this year or physically fit? Get to the bottom and dig. In my own business, we talk about our why all the time. If you don't know why you're in the business that I'm in, then it's not going to stick. You're not going to be in it for the long haul. People aren't going to be interested. It's the same thing with your personal, purposeful direction that you want to go in 2018. Ask yourself why. Because if you just want to become a runner, so you can lose 15 pounds because you think that's what you should lose, or 10 pounds, that's not, you need to do a big introspection on that. Why is that so important to you? Why is it important that you want to rehab homes? Ask yourself why. I guarantee you, if you take the time and not just a minute, get your shovel out and dig. Really ask yourself, why do you want to do this? Your purposeful direction will stick. It will stick because it means more than something that's superficial and what everybody does. I'm just supposed to go to the gym and lose weight. I just want to be a writer. Ask yourself why. Question number 3. Question number 3 is, I love it. I love this question that I've asked myself. So this is the person that I want to be in 2018. I've asked myself, why do I want to be that person? And now I get to ask myself question number 3. How can I impact people around me by being that person? I love that question. I am so enamored with the truth. I was going to say idea, but it's not an idea. It's really the truth that we are made with a purpose. We are made to bring value to our world. So question number 3, when you're on this path of a purposeful direction, is ask yourself, hey Paula, hey Cindy, ask yourself why and how can you impact people? If you want to become a writer, do you want your writing to change people's lives? Do you want to go on date nights with your spouse because you know it's going to show him or her that they mean a lot to you and they're worth the time? Do you want to show your kids that? Having an organized house, how can that bring value to others? Is it gonna make your family's life simple too? Is it gonna take stress away from you so that you can impact the world? So ask yourself those 3 questions. Who do you want to be in 2018 and beyond, in the next year? And I know it's going to change and you're going to add to it because that's what we do. We evolve into these, as he starts working on us, we become these better human beings if we let it. Number two, why does that person matter to you? Because if it's just because you think everybody wants you to do it, then you need to take it off your list. And then number three, how can you impact? I call those impact goals. How can you impact your world? Now, I'm going to end the same way I did yesterday. Remember, you can, on your path to this purposeful direction, you can sprint, you can walk, you can run, you can stop and tie your shoes, you can fall backwards, but you should never compare yourself. And you should never quit. You're worth it. So that's my video today. Now tomorrow, if you guys are open to it, I'm going to hop back on and give you another part to these purposeful directions that might help you, instead of thinking that you just got to check something off, and if you did it, you won, and if you didn't, you failed. So hope you got some value out of this. If you did, I'd love for you to share this with somebody. Honestly, this goes right along with how can you impact people, that question number 3. We should all be impacting each other. That's what makes the world go around. If we start thinking about others before ourselves, that's when you're going to start to see your life change. So if you got some value out of this, please share it. Please tag a friend. I know I get ideas all the time from people. So what I've told you today has more often than not been something that's been fed into me, and I'm all about paying it forward. So have a great, what day is it today? Thursday. Have a great Thursday. Stay warm if you are in the Midwest. If you are on the East Coast, oh my goodness, I hope, I pray for you guys that you are safe and that you are, you're getting the heat and everything for tomorrow. And John, you know what? I am pretty much of an impulsive person, so I wish I could tell you what time I'm going to go on live tomorrow. I can say this, that I am going on a hockey tournament to Chicago with my son, so I have to be on a bus with his team later in the afternoon. So I'm thinking it's going to be around 1 o'clock, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, something like that. So John, thanks a lot for hopping on and watching. I hope you had a great New Year's. Anyway, all the rest of you guys as well, Happy New Year. Remember, you are on a purposeful direction, not something you get to check off. Make it a direction and not so much of a destination. Have fun. All right, guys, have a great day. Bye.